I have high hopes for this winter. We're due for a good one. I'm predicting, I'll say here first, a white Christmas, and we're gonna have a good ride in here. You're gonna see a lot of riding videos on my channel.
What's the word of the day, Rich?
Hope.
Yeah, that's how vintage sleds run. Hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams, that's right. Hopes and run, hopes and dreams back, bud.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben Adim, and I appreciate you tuning in. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. This is going to be my New Year's special video, end of the year recap, and we got a lot to talk about. Those two clips you just saw were kind of my theme for the year, and we'll talk about that, as well as watch a video montage of some great fun that we had this year. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy the video, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to roll my intro one last time for the year, and just because I'm feeling a little nostalgic, I'm going to actually use the intro I went with for last year. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already, and stay tuned for the fun. So that first clip of me with my predictions for the winter, that turned out to be 100% spot on. We had a white Christmas, and we did have a real winter for once, and it was a crazy winter. It was wild. I actually didn't get as much riding in as I wanted to because it just got to a point where we were getting feet upon feet of snow, and it just was more of a survival mode versus YouTube mode, so I didn't even get any videos or pictures really. I'll pop a couple images up. We absolutely got annihilated with snow in February to the point where you couldn't even ride a snowmobile if you wanted to, but there was just no time because it's just busy snow blowing, you know, every day, after work, before work, just nonstop snow blowing. So yeah, so my prediction for winter was spot on. I just wish I got more videos and footage. And I mentioned at the end of last year that I was getting into the vintage snowblowers, and it turned out to be a great thing because they got used a lot this past winter. So far this winter, it looks like we're in for about the same conditions and that we saw last year. I'm at my house now. I'm not at the shop, which is where I wanted to film this video, but we're actually under a travel advisory right now, so I thought it best just to stay put and film this video here. But yeah, it was an insane winter, and let me just pop a couple images up for you to see. That other clip when I was joking around with Rich at the Barnes Corners ride about vintage sleds running on hopes and dreams, that turned out to be pretty true for me as well. If you haven't watched that video, I highly encourage you to check it out. It was, you know, I didn't get a lot of riding footage just because I actually broke down and had to bow out of the ride early, but it was still a pretty interesting video, and there's a lot of cool sleds there, so definitely check that video out, upper right hand corner. I just felt like nothing would go right for me all year. These old snowmobiles are so temperamental at times, and I couldn't get ahead of it, and just seemed like one thing after another. It started with of course the great Alpine wreck of 2024. If you haven't seen that video, I highly encourage you to check it out because it's probably the craziest thing you'll ever see as far as vintage sled content. But so that was kind of the start to the season, and then I just never recovered. that just started the whole riding season off on the wrong foot, and just one thing after another. But I will say we did have none of the rides got canceled. One got postponed because the weather was too bad, but we actually did all of the group rides that we were planning. And for the very first time since we kind of formed North Shore Vintage Sleds, we actually got to go on our ride. So that was pretty cool. I think Rich pulled like 5 or 6 permits and we finally got to go. So check that video out if you haven't, upper right hand corner. And that was a lot of fun. It was cool to actually participate in something that we helped plan, and all of our friends and group members that we've met over the vintage snowmobiles. So that was cool, and hope for another repeat of last year. That's coming up next month. Hopefully we have the snow. It looks like we have a shot. Between all the snow and just the Alpine, really, it messed me up. It was kind of hard to get back into the groove, but I'm back. It is what it is now. Hopefully we'll be able to get it fixed and move forward. But it's crazy when I tell people that we had too much snow for snowmobiles. They look at you kind of funny, but it's the truth. We were talking. I don't know what the final total was, but it was 6 feet or more. Snowbanks were 12 feet plus high. It was just snowing every day, and our trails were wrecked. Trees were down, buildings were falling in. It was just not a good thing for the community as a whole. But I really didn't ride, and YouTube was the last thing on my mind, just because, like I said, it was survival mode. That's all I was worried about, was just making sure that me and my fiance could get out of our driveways and get to work and make it home safe. So didn't have the camera running, unfortunately, but I did manage to capture a lot of videos at shows, and like I said, we went on all the rides we planned on, so that was fantastic. We haven't seen that since I've been into the vintage snowmobiles. The winters just have not been there. The snow has not been there, but we got a real winter, and like I said, it looks like we're on pace for one this year as well. So without further ado, it's my annual end of the year recap video montage, photo montage, whatever you want to call it. So hope you enjoy that. I'll catch you on the other side. going through all those clips and watching that is just a great reminder of how great this hobby is and how great the vintage sled community is as a whole. And you know, some of the best people I've ever met are in the vintage snowmobile hobby. Some of my best friends are in the vintage snowmobile hobby, and it's just you know, great community of people. Like I said, probably the most notable thing about this year was attending the national show with my fiance. I brought 2 sleds there, the 75 TNT and the Silver Bullet, which is always a favorite of mine. If you haven't watched that video, upper right hand corner, there's actually 2. There's one where I do like a kind of a weekend in the life with my fiance. We kind of talk about some sleds, our experience. There's also one of just walk around of all the sleds with the music like I normally do, so check those out. So yeah, 2025 will always be remembered as the year of too much snow and too many breakdowns. I didn't get nearly enough done in the shop as far as projects. Seems to be the case as always. I don't know where all the time went. It feels like yesterday I was just filming the 2024 recap, and here we are at the end of 2025. As far as plans for the channel, just keep on, you know, putting out the same content that I have been, trying to get some riding footage. Hope we have a great winter this year. Again, a lot of good shows in the winter. Owen Orchard Show is always a favorite of mine. It was a great show last year. Check out that video. So we'll see what this winter brings. Hopefully I'll have a lot of riding footage for you because, as many of you know, that's kind of the whole idea of this channel. The walk around videos at the shows are great and I have a lot of fun doing them, but we like to ride and I like to ride, and that's why I'm into this hobby. So I hope to have a lot of good riding footage for you this year. Since I didn't get any projects done, that's kind of the goal going into the new year. There's always something to do when you have 30 vintage snowmobiles. There's always something. You know, got to get the 65 running again. The 71 will be finished by winter, the next winter. It's not going to get done this year just because I've got painting to do, and it is not painting weather when you don't have a paint booth. The Silver Bullet, I hope to get that running in tip-top shape. It runs good. It's got some ignition issues, so it's not really reliable for a trail ride. But I'm able to ride around my house, and it's great fun, and I just can't wait to trail ride with it. The 65, which you've seen on my channel before, that needs to get running. That was like the other big thorn in my side after the Alpine. Got the 65 out, took the turf skis off and put the snow skis back on the night before the whiteout. I was going to go to the whiteout with sleds and had to go run up to the house and wanted to take the 65. I had already done a lap with it. It ran great. It, you know, was just blazing through like a foot of snow like it was nothing, and went to go start it and nothing. I mean, not even a pop. And I think I've got that issue sorted out, but you know, 8:30 at night in the dark, it's snowing. That was kind of a, like I said, a thorn in the side. It just you know, one more thing to add to the, you know, the theme. They really are temperamental. So 65's got to get running. Silver Bullet, hopefully be out on the trails this year. I don't know. Life is about to get really crazy for me. The 71 will get done when the weather's nice. Then who knows after that? That's kind of the pecking order as of right now. I hope to work on the 74 free air engine. You guys don't know much about that, but you might have seen the sled in the background. I got that engine apart, and I'm working through that with a friend, and hopefully we can make some time and work on that here soon. I'm looking forward to getting that engine back together because that sled is a pretty sweet one. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. I am looking forward to the new year, as I always do. It's just a, you know, it's cliche, but it's just a chance for a fresh start, and hopefully we'll have some good riding. I'm really hopeful, and hopefully we'll get you some new sleds out on the snow this year. My channel has grown tremendously since last year's recap, and I can't thank you enough for all the support. I was rolling into the new year at like 486 subscribers. I'm up to over 1,200, so that's like 2.5 times the subscribers in a year, which is pretty significant for me. Someone like me who, I just do this for fun. It's not something that I've really put as much time and energy in as I could. I really just enjoy doing it. I enjoy, making the videos for everyone who can't go to the shows, making the videos for myself. It's kind of like a scrapbook almost, and I never thought that I would, get 500 subscribers, let alone, over 1,000. So I greatly appreciate all the support you guys have shown me, and I look forward to another year. So it's that time. It's the end of the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you sticking with it. I kind of rambled on. I really need to start writing down what I want to say, because I have all these great ideas and then I get behind the camera and I kind of freeze up. But thank you so much for the support. I greatly appreciate everyone who watches my videos, likes the videos, comments on the videos, shares the videos. It means the world to me. I can't express all the gratitude that I feel. I'm looking forward to 2026. I hope you join me for the fun. Please, everyone, have a safe and fun New Year's Eve, and I look forward to seeing what 2026 brings.